value your story enough to share it, to inspire, motivate, and encourage other people to continue on their path. So many of us have experienced many different things in our life that have helped us to build character, build tenacity, and it's literally our experiences have helped us shape the trajectory of our lives going forward. You know, without our experiences, we wouldn't be who we are today. But yet, it baffles me that many of us experience things, we heal, we grow, we learn a ton of knowledge from our experiences, and then we keep it in our heads. We don't share it, and we literally keep it for ourselves. And I literally challenge my clients, my mentees, people that I work with, to see the value in your own story. There is so much value in your story that why would you not share it? And we often become fearful when we think about sharing our personal experiences, and I totally get it. But there is a pool of people out there somewhere that are experiencing exactly what you've been through. They are experiencing the same pain. They are literally walking in the same shoes that you have been. They are on the same path that you potentially were on 5 years ago, whenever. And all they need to hear is your story and how you've allowed that experience to shape your life and where you are now. When they hear that, oh my gosh, they are going to feel so empowered to continue, to make different choices, to maybe take a turn. It empowers people to know that, oh my gosh, someone else has experienced this, so I've still got this, I'm still in the race. And they can begin to learn from elements of your story. But so many people don't value their story enough. They think that, you know, who's going to listen to me, or what good is my story to anybody? Listen, guys, everybody has a story. And there is value in everybody's story. There's so many people in this world, and we're all on different journeys. But we are all of benefit to each other when we step into a place of serving, sharing, empowering, motivating, inspiring, sharing. Like, you've got this. However ugly, disgusting, painful, I can't even think of the words, your story is. However much, I can't even get my words out. I'm so passionate about this topic. If you don't see the value in your story, that's fine, but someone else is going to. Someone else needs to hear what you've been through so it can empower them to continue. And it also gives our life a greater meaning of purpose. It really does. When we share our story with somebody that's potentially in the same place, and we begin to teach them and empower them and say, look, this is what happened to me, this is what I experienced, but now, it's so empowering for someone to hear that. But most importantly, for someone to see it. When we see it done, it's like, oh my gosh, it gives us this new level of confidence that if you did it, I can do it, and potentially even better. So don't look down on your story and think that if you've healed from it, if you've recovered, etc., share. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on a big global scale. Lots of people seem to think if they share their story, they've got to have lights, stage, theatre, thousands of people. Not necessarily. Not everyone's called to share to that level of magnitude and that many people. That's fine. If you want to share to a small group, if you want to share to a big group, that's cool. As long as your story is serving somebody else. Remember, it's not about you, you know. It's not about us. Our story isn't necessarily just for us. That's the beauty in it. Once we've healed from it, once we've overcame, once we've used it to better our future and align us greater with purpose, then I feel like the onus is on us to serve more people with our story and experience, right? It's not about us. And I actually had this conversation with my mom. Little plug for her book coming up. She's got a book launch coming up in the next couple of months. She's writing a book on parenting, and we're often going back and forth with ideas. And she said to me, there's one chapter, and she said, I can't share that part of my story because, you know, I've never really shared it before, and, you know, I'm just a little bit fearful. And I literally was like, Mum, that's the point. You haven't shared it before. So when you do share it in the form of writing a book, just imagine the parents that are going to be inspired from your journey. Imagine the amount of parents that you're going to help, or even that one parent that's at the brink and then they read your book and they're going to be empowered. So I says, Mom, stop being fearful. Share it, put it in. You've overcome it. You've experienced it. It's personal to you. It's your story. Mom, share it. And she was like, oh, okay. You know, all right, wicked. My mum's book, guys, coming out in the next couple of months. A nice plug for you there, Mum. But there's so many other adults, so many other much more people don't necessarily want to share their story out of fear. Really, really, really anxious about what people are going to think of what they've been through, or who's going to benefit from my story, who's going to listen to me. That is fear talking. Kick fear to the curb. Kick it out of the way. Get it gone. Your story is powerful. I'm telling you today, and I potentially haven't even heard most of your stories, but I'm excited to hear them. And guess what? Your story can come in many different forms, depending on who you are, what your personality is like, what your character is. It could come in the form of a book, like what my mum's doing. It could be a video. It could be a song. It could be a dance. It could be a poem. It could be a blog. It could be a podcast. It could be a mentorship group, a small group of people that you teach. It could be anything. Oh my gosh, there's so many different avenues. You decide what the best avenue for you is based on your character, your personality, and your purpose. And then just begin to share. There is someone in this world that needs to hear your story so that they can continue on in their life to become a better version of themselves. We need to hear your stories. As people, as humans, we connect better with stories and experiences rather than people screaming about their successes, what everyone loves to do. We don't care about that. We want to hear about your story, the journey to get to where you are, what you've had to experience on the way, what you've had to overcome on the way. Tell us about the moments that nearly broke you. Tell us about the moments that caused you to be full of euphoria. We want to hear it. We deserve to hear it as young people, as young leaders, people that are up and coming, the next generation of excellence. If we hear more of your experiences, we are going to be better leaders. Share your story. Value your story. You got this.